Hello and happy Monday, because it's Monday where I'm at. I have been saying I was going to record myself and my journey for the past couple of weeks, and I have yet to do so. So I decided, hey, now is the best time. And this may be just a car chronicles thing where I'm in my car, honestly, but I wanted to document my journey. If you don't know me, I'm Adrienne Oliver, and I am the founder of the Oliver Learning Center. You may be saying, girl, what is the Oliver Learning Center? The Oliver Learning Center is an adult literacy program. We are a nonprofit organization. Let me say that. We are a nonprofit organization that seeks to support and educate those whose first language is not English. Particularly, what we do is we provide English classes for those second language learners, adults, as well as offer literacy classes, workshops, and hopefully we want to add providing some tutoring services as well to the ESOL community, students who are identified as English to speakers of other languages. And I decided to document my journey of how I have gotten to this point in my life, how this idea of the Oliver Learning Center came about, and why I decided to pursue a nonprofit. Now, let me first say this, to each its own. Nonprofits may not be for everybody, but for me and how I feel like I have been led, this is something I needed to do. And I wanted to document because as I was doing research, of course, Googling, looking for books, podcasts, even looking here on YouTube, I did find a lot of videos that documented those who gone through the journey of deciding, hey, I want a nonprofit. What do? I did find a wonderful young lady who decided to start a nonprofit to where she supports other nonprofits. So, excuse me, she's been doing this for several years, and I cannot think of the name of her YouTube, but I will link it below. And she comes on just about every week to give you tips, resources to help you get started, and she also coaches. I have not reached out to utilize her services right now. I've just been watching the YouTube videos because that's what's in my budget, free 99. And so I didn't see many videos of people kind of walking you through their journey, their steps, on what they have gone through in the process of becoming a nonprofit, starting a nonprofit, running a nonprofit, and so forth. So I decided to take the time to kind of document my journey through this entire process so that this video may be helpful to others. My goal is to post videos that are short and sweet, to the point, so that others can grow and learn from areas where I've learned and made mistakes on this journey of life. So how I got started, I work in the education field, and I am a teacher of English to speakers of other languages students. I'm an ESOL teacher, and I absolutely love my job, and I've been doing this for 10 years. 10 years. And so part of my job at one point, I had the opportunity of teaching adult English classes. And I was a little intimidated at first because I'm used to working with children. Well, through the process of doing that for like a year and a half to 2 years, I fell in love with the adults, their passion and willingness to learn and grow. And after teaching it for a year and a half to 2 years, it kept coming up. Like, I kept finding myself saying, ooh, I would love to do this full time, because a lot of our parents that took our classes, we offered them during the day. And a lot of them we had a lot of parents that would come and would be interested, but struggled with the fact that our classes were offered during the day. So for me, I didn't do a whole lot of research to see, is there a big need for it per se, like looking at the data. I did do some data digs, and did see that there is a large number of individuals out there who want to learn English because they want to either find a better job just to be able to communicate to their with their child's teacher, at the bank, going out to the post office, doctor's appointments, different things like that. So I knew there was a need, but I was unsure if I was really tasked, if I was the one that was supposed to do this. Now, mind you, this is 2015, 16, 17, and here it is, 2023. 2 years ago, during the pandemic, I decided to go ahead and do the paperwork with my state to secure my name. I started off as an LLC, and then honestly, I didn't decide to do this to make a lot of money. You know, it would be nice to bring in a little extra change here and there. But if the Lord blesses me in ways to where it is what it is, it is what it is. But I am a person who likes to give back. I am a person who likes to help others. And so 2 years ago, I filed my, for my business license. I guess not business license, but to get my, become an LLC. And I did that. And then just talking to others, they were like, it's different scholarships out there. Because I'm coming out of pocket doing this. No one is providing me with any funds right now. Everything is being funded by me. And so I was trying to think, okay, what can I do? And a friend I was speaking with was saying that there are opportunities for you to apply for different grants and scholarships that can help you fund a lot of the things that you're trying to do. Because, of course, I want to provide English classes. I have English classes, workshops, GED classes, hopefully, and then maybe citizenship is also something that I thought about. But again, I'm working 9 to 5 and then supplying all of this myself. So because we were in the pandemic, I decided to make it virtual. So far we have been virtual, and I do have overhead costs just from the resources I use online, different things like that. And so I've held so it's 2023, 2022, in the winter, I did host English classes. I had one participant, and then another lady that joined on weekends. And so she would come on every weekend, and we did it more informal on the weekends versus during the week classes. And I would do I think Tuesdays and Saturdays. And then eventually I wanted something that was a little more informal, but also gave participants an opportunity to practice their English. And so we started a book club last summer, and that has really taken off. We are currently doing our second round of book club. So fall book club, we did summer book club, we did fall, and we started in November of last year. So we're still doing that. Actually, tomorrow will be our last class, Valentine's Day. It will be our last class. We'll be finishing up our book, Other Words for Home. And so because I want to be able to provide books for the participants and different things like that, and just, have resources that they don't have to come out of their pocket for, because they may not have it, I decided to pursue becoming a nonprofit. That in itself was a whole ordeal, because I didn't know, and maybe I saw it and didn't pay attention. Didn't know that I could not apply for a nonprofit status, 50C3, I think that's right, and be an LLC. Didn't know that, so I paid this money to become an LLC. I did work with someone who was familiar with filling out the paperwork to become a nonprofit. Paid the money for their support. It took us a year, because we filed the paperwork, paid the funds, and then the IRS sends us a letter of denial. Well, they claim I was denied. Now, mind you, I applied in October of 2021. We followed up in January, and we're told I was denied when the young lady that was helping me reached out to the IRS. Oh, well, we sent you a letter. I got no letter from the IRS, not one. So this is like January. Then they say, okay, wait till May. No letter. And then she eventually calls, I think over the summer, to talk to someone. And she's calling like every week. And she, one point in time, she was getting the same customer service rep repeatedly every time she would call at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so eventually she got through and was able to speak with someone that broke it down for her and explained the reason why I got denied. I can't have an LLC. So I had to change my status from LLC to corporation. And we did that. We went through the process. So I had to file again through the state, pay my funds, pay the fees. And that was a back and forth thing for about a month, because when you're trying to switch your name, they are very particular. Like everything has to be filled out to a T. And so we went back and forth for about a month and a half, I believe. And then we got it changed. So I am in, it became the Oliver Learning Center, Inc., Incorporated. And then we had to reapply again with through the IRS. So I had to pay the $275 all over again. Now, mind you, I was told I would get a refund for the first filing fee because I was denied. Filled out the paperwork, have yet to get my refund back. As a matter of fact, I need to do that today. I need to go back and kind of fax that off and see what happens today. And so went through all that. Once we finally got the corporation switched over to the proper filing, we submitted. I paid my money again, submitted, and I did get a letter saying I did qualify. And I'm sharing this because I know that there's someone else out there that may be feeling like maybe this is not what I'm meant to do. Maybe I just need to go another route. Don't give up. At the end of the day, if this is what God has placed on your heart for you to do, do not give up. Keep pursuing, keep working towards your goal. In the end, God is going to work everything out. And I felt like that. I felt defeated. It had been, honestly, it feels like over a year-long process doing all of this. I paid $1,000 for someone to help me. And part of that $1,000 was the fees also were included in that. But the process in itself was draining, to not hear back for months. And had she not called or followed up with me to say, hey, did you get your letter of approval? I'm like, no. But she was diligent, and I just thank God for her doing what she did to help me. So I would say definitely reach out to your community to see who they know, because they may know someone that can help you, because it is a process in itself and there's a lot you have to learn. Like, she helped me do my articles. She helped me do all of that paperwork. Helped me, we talked about my board and all of that. So it's a lot of things you need to look into. And like I said, I will link the young lady below who posts videos that are very helpful on YouTube on running a nonprofit. So I've said, I think I've reached my time. Don't want to keep you long and bore you. I definitely want you to come back and to kind of continue to listen to my journey. And hopefully this can be a blessing to you. Have a good one. Bye.